Good evening, folks, and we'd like to welcome you aboard the Liberty. This is the first annual trip of More About Fishing, along with Fisheye channel. What our plan is that we're going to go to the outer waters, Outer Banks, Cortes Bank, Tanner Bank. We're ready. We're going to get headed out to the bait receiver here, where I hear they've got some really nice anchovies for us. There's also a lot of squid at Catalina, so we might even be showing you footage of that, actually catching squid at Catalina. We'll float it ourselves and scoop it and fill up the rest of the bait tanks. And that's it. Come on, let's go fishing.
Never threw up over the gun rail, and I know that I smell like the chum pail. I cut them, but I got fish gut nails, and I got mad pictures to prove to you that the fish I catch are not just tails. You should see all the hooks that my thumb snail. Can't afford bandstalls, so we cut bails. Yo, I catch mad fluke on my bucktails. You're listening to Mike Morzini. Long as fishermen play my CD, I don't care if you pay me in seaweed, but anything extra will be great, yo. Always need more cash at the bait stove. If you're feeling this, jump like a Mako, bump your head up and down like you're saying yes while you're listening. This is strictly for my fishermen. This is strictly for my fishermen. I don't care what state that you're living in. Doesn't matter if you're trolling or drifting it. If you're real and conventional or spinning with pens, or you got bandstalls and Shimano's. If you're fishing from a small or a large boat, don't care if it's fresh or it's salt, yo. It's insignificant. This is for my fishermen. I'm the one and only fishing rap writer, hooking fans in the lip like fat stripers. Fishing at night even if I'm mad tired. Slicking that right chump, crimping that wire, clinching that line up, pinching them pliers.
Hey yo Mike, you crazy about fishing?
Yeah, kind of. I wanna catch a nice trophy and stuff the fish. Bring a couple dicks down to the tats of their mist. Head to the continental shelf, drop a butterfish. Hook me up a big bluefin tuna. Nothing fights like a huge ass jewfish when you're using light rods like toothpicks. I'm getting sick of the same old bluefish, striped bass, blackfish, fluke, and porgy. I caught so many fish in the northeast, I ain't happy lest the bass be bigger than 40. This is strictly for my fishermen. I don't care what state that you're living in. Doesn't matter if you're trolling or drifting it. If you're real and conventional or spinning with pens, or you got bandstalls and Shimano's. If you're fishing from a small or a large boat, don't care if it's fresh or it's salt, yo. It's insignificant. This is for my fishermen. Yo, catch that Dorado, stick that gaff in. If you get them all in, sink that tag in. Snag that Manhattan, hook them near the back fin. Send them out live line, bleeding and flapping. Use light line with Bonito, splashing. Tie a fluorocarbon leader, attach it to a flashy lure, then reel it fast in. Yo, I love fishing, can you feel the passion? Now take a seat, chump, yield to the captain. Snakes ain't as big as the meals I'm casting. Yeah, keep laughing. Man, you wanna get dragged from the transom on my boat in a chum bag? I don't think so. Now all my anglers, throw them hands in the air and make sure you waving them. Just in case you wanna know why I make these songs, it's for all my fishermen. This is strictly for my fishermen. I don't care what state that you living in. Doesn't matter if you're trolling or drifting it. If you're real and conventional or spinning with pens, or you got bandstalls and Shimano's. If you're fishing from a small or a large boat, don't care if it's fresh or it's salt, yo. It's insignificant. This is for my fishermen. This is strictly for my fishermen. I don't care what state that you living in. It doesn't matter if you're trolling or drifting it. If you're real and conventional or spinning with them pens, or you got them bandstalls and Shimano's. If you're fishing from a small or a large boat, don't care if it's fresh or it's salt, yo. That's insignificant. This is for my fishermen, yeah.
Good morning. Hey, we're over here at San Clemente Island this morning. We're on day 2 of our 2-dayer here on the Liberty. Here today at San Clemente Island, it's a beautiful day. You can see it's just flat calm, and We still have a whole tank of squid that we made at Catalina. This morning the guys were all out here snagging mackerel, just little ones like this, and those are great bait too. And everybody started fishing already. We're gonna get down there too. We're gonna join them and see what we can do today.
Sometimes you just gotta get your waders strapped or take off on your boat, even if you know you won't catch a thing. Cause every angler knows this simple angling fact, that the only way to catch is to flip the bail and take a cast. I've been fishing since 8 years old, and I got a couple stories that ain't been told. Give me a couple more feet of anchor road, cause the waves are rolling, it ain't gonna hold. First mate, get me a Menhaden hole in my 8-foot pole. Holy Moses, the transom's rocking, that wave was rogue. Roll with the punches. I know for a fact that the bass will attack at the surface. Move with the currents, hide in the boulders, silent. Keep it quiet, keep it covert. First mate, be my chauffeur, creeping closer. I feel what my bunker is feeling. Nervous, shaking, the tip of my rod vibrating. Cows get aroused at the sounds and the smells of a live Hayden that spent hours in the well. Patient angler, he'll hit when he's ready. Anxious anglers fumble at the hook setting. Reel is slacking, start jigging it. Give it action, something will be hitting it. And if it doesn't, then you hit the next cove. Sandbar, rock structure, wreck hole. If you want to talk fish when you get home, switch tactics and keep casting. Take a cast, angler, take a cast. Tip it forward, both in back. Give it action if you want the fish to crash. And if you want to get the net and stick the gap, you gotta read it right, jig it left. Let it sink for a second, give it depth. Make it look lifelike, give it breath. Take a cast, angler, take a cast. We've been fishing since 9 p.m. and we ain't had a bite yet. Tide please ebb. Swimming them and hating, but nothing wanna hit it. Rigging up a kneel, now I gotta double fist it. Rod in my left, rod in my right. Boat still rocking and wobbling. Pop my left rod in the rocket. Launcher, pull an eel rag out my pocket. Awesome, 12-inch snake in the bucket. Stuck it with the Gamakatsu octopus in the eye socket. What more can you ask for? That's all. 12 a.m. casting my ass off. Bass hit hard like a Nassau. Grouper started running faster than a yellowfin tuna. Just when you think you got it all figured out, they find the biggest rock to wrap your rig around. I got circles and they still spit them out. Like a circus, it's got my head spinning around. I've had enough, I'm about to bug out. Pull the plug out and watch the water fill the bilge. I got skills with eels and you can tie hooks all day and still get killed in the field. No matter how many lines they snap, flip back bails and take a cast. Take a cast, angler, take a cast. Tip it forward, both in back. Give it action if you want the fish to crash. And if you want to get the net and stick the gap, you gotta read it right, jig it left. Let it sink for a second, give it depth. Make it look lifelike, give it breath. Take a cast, angler, take a cast. Take a cast when the seagulls are circling. Take a cast when you see the bass swirling. Take a cast when the water looks perfect, calm and work it precise like a surgeon. Come on, follow me on an odyssey through my wildest dreams to the Florida Keys. Call me out of work, get me off land and put my body on the reef. I got an array of game fish I wanna seek, and it ain't happening in an office. I'm about to tip back a bottle if I can't grab my abu and catch wahoo out the wazoo. Albacore galore on stand-up, Bonito, bonanza. The bigger the fish, the harder the task. Better story, more glory in the catch. Take a cast, angler, take a cast. Tip it forward, both in back. Give it action if you want the fish to crash. And if you want to get the net and stick the gap, you gotta read it right, jig it left. Let it sink for a second, give it depth. Make it look lifelike, give it breath. Take a cast, angler, take a cast. Take a cast, angler, take a cast. Tip it forward, both in back. Give it action if you want the fish to crash. And if you want to get the net and stick the gap, you gotta read it right, jig it left. Let it sink for a second, give it depth. Make it look lifelike, give it breath. Take a cast, angler, take a cast.
Good evening, folks. We just got back from our 2-day on the Liberty, and overall it was a great trip and we're all looking forward to another one. The crew on the Liberty was just excellent. Johnny Jordan, who runs the boat, his crew, they were all just top notch and we loved it. And the boat has been recently repowered and it flies. Everybody commented on how well the boat ran. Top speed, I think he was doing like 14 knots. That's crazy on an 85-foot boat. So anyways, folks, from Fisheye channel, and more about fishing. We're glad you joined us and hope to see you again.